Just a little time reading at the supermarket could make us healthier. How? Just by spending that time reading the labels on the food you're buying. It can save you calories and fat and make the whole family healthier. But it can be a little confusing when you're trying to figure out what's on a label, and I think we've all gone through that. We asked Kim Deorsey, the wellness manager at the club at Ibis, to join us to really help us understand those labels. Thanks so much. You've done so much to help sort this out for all of us. And I think it's going to make the weekend grocery shopping trip a lot easier. Let's start with the first thing we should look for on a label.
The first thing we look for is the serving size. And then the serving size is how many servings per box or per container. Like it's the example of a macaroni and cheese.
And that serves, don't think every box is one, anything
one
you
serving.
pick up is automatically
Could be two,
one
it
serving.
Could be three.
Okay, so you've got to be very careful about portion size as a result. What about people if you're on a specific diet, say gluten-free, just for an example? How do you look at something and determine that it doesn't have anything in it that you can't eat?
The front of the box will have a label on it. And we have a quinoa here that has the label on it, and it's gluten-free. And here's an example. We'll have a gluten-free stamp on it that'll have.
And it says GF. I don't know
GF
if we can
for gluten-free.
square in on this a little bit, but it says GF for gluten-free. That's okay. It's very clear. And on the box of quinoa, it says GF. You have to look carefully, though, for these things. And there's symbols that determine what is in and not in a product.
Yes. So gluten-free, there won't be that gluten wheat in there that cause celiac diseases.
I know a lot of things times too, it will say all natural.
And that is so up in the air, and the FDA and the food commissioners, they have a kind of leeway of what that means. It still could have added food coloring and added preservatives in there.
Well, something like, say, and I guess that's what you have to look at, is to see some of these things that you think are healthy. Sometimes it's even the yogurts and the
yogurts, for example.
They'll have colorings
Yogurt
and things.
is a natural, everybody thinks it's a healthy food. But if your kids are going to go to the Oreo yogurt, the crunchies and the Go-Gurts, that has a lot of sugar and a lot of processed foods. You want to stick to like a Stonyfield, which is an organic, low sugar. And then what you can do for your sugar, you can do a plain vanilla yogurt, organic, and mix in your berries and some nuts and some honey.
All right, what about the cheeses here? You've got the Velveeta and the Cheese Whiz, and people think, good, I'm going to do cheese and crackers, but that's not so good for you, is it?
That's not so good, and that's why the problem with obesity is in the rise in the United States. You want to stay away from those processed pseudo cheeses.
Processed that got stuff in them that we shouldn't have.
To make it for the cheese taste.
So something like a cheese platter like this is better?
You want a cheese platter, and here you want a feta. You can get a feta cheese that is organic.
Okay.
Okay, and then you want to stay to your soft cheeses, like your feta and your mozzarella, soft cheese, not a hard cheese.
All right.
And then you also have, I have on the table here, is Applegate. They do an organic cheese. And then you also have Organic Valley that does a great organic cheese.
Check the labels, sometimes the brands. You can get used to certain brands is what you're pointing out. What about the bacons here that you've got?
We all love bacon. We're not going to say stay away from bacon. You got to eat bacon.
Okay.
Okay, but you want to stay away from your Oscar Mayer's, your microwave bacon. Never get microwave bacon. And then Applegate has a wonderful product that it's an organic bacon. Okay. So that means the way it was raised, the livestock were raised. They didn't have the hormones. They didn't have the pesticides.
All right, on your grocery list this weekend, read the label, check portion size, look for additives, fake foods, and get all natural or organic if you can. Organic is the best way to go. All right, thanks so much, Kim.
Thanks so much.